Yeah, we get to go. Okay, so starting off, we got Void versus Cosmos. This will be an interesting one. I almost know what happened, but I'll say it was, from what I heard, I'm surprised that Void won. One thing I actually like about 203, thinking about when doing these analyses, or we're planning to do, is since it's only 3 games max, analyzing these sets is a lot quicker than analyzing a best of 5. Now, going into this is actually something I think worth noting. Since going into best of 3s, is I normally analyze sets to best of 5s because top play 2 is only best of 5 at events. However, a lot of the tournament bracket for most players is best of 3s, and something worth keeping in mind is that between best of 3 and best of 5, you have to play the strategy completely different. And in best of 5, you have time to adapt. You can kind of wing it a bit more, go in with a broad strategy. And I feel like planning for your opponent doesn't work as well because adaptations. But I feel like for best of 3, because you don't have much time to adapt or when your opponent, you kind of have to go in with a good plan to beat your opponent or just falter. So, best of 3s at EVO at top level players is interesting because you'll notice a lot of these sets. Well, I shouldn't say this yet. I was going to say a lot of them are one-sided or like the winner at the start wins it, but you notice a lot of these sets, they can feel like someone wins from the get-go just because of how quick they are. Best of 3, not have time to adapt, you go in with a strategy. If you can get like that first game or really good jank kill or like a good read on your opponent early because you plan for them, you can just crush them. And that's worth noting in any best of 3 set is that going in with the right strategy and like going in with like specific tricks you want to use to catch your opponent with is very important for clutching out those quick stocks and riding momentum to an easy game. Sup, Chris? Sup, Ryuga? Yeah, so Void Cosmos. Town and City Game 1. Okay, I want to think about what characters banned what. So obviously Cosmos has to ban FD against Void. Void probably bans Battlefield? Yeah, Battlefield versus Cosmos. What else does Cosmos ban? I'd imagine Lila maybe? But then does Void ban Smashville? Yeah, I'm wondering how we get to here. Maybe Void, or maybe Cosmos bans Smashville and Void bans Lila? Well, I know Cosmos has said in the past he likes Lila a lot, although he's like the only core that does. So in that case, I could see him banning Smashville, Void being forced to ban Lila, and then there we go, that's where you get Town. Oh, really? Cosmos likes FD Sheik? Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna stop trying to figure out what everyone banned in that case. Start off, yep. Jason landing now. Whoa! Okay, so Void knew the Cosmos was DIN and punishes a DIN. Jump, yep, grab, bouncing fish, yeah, okay, catching the landing so far. Extends a little bit there. Yep, felt pressure in the corner, roll back. Okay, so Void's reaching a little bit, looking for opening. He's not doing too crazy. Actually, it's interesting though, because Void is constantly getting in Cosmos' face and threatening Cosmos with potential fares. And since he's right in Cosmos' face but not quite in grab range, he's able to abuse Sheik's faster frame data to like out-button Cosmos so they both press buttons. And same way, Cosmos can't go for grabs because he needs to do like a dash grab, and they'll just get like hit by an aerial. Sup, champ? Okay. So Void spacing is pretty immaculate here, I'd say. Void went for something, but nothing happened. That's a bad description. He went for something, but nothing happened. It's an awful description. Right there. Now you can see Void's getting a little bit antsy with his attacks. Cornered. Look, so far it's twice when Void's in the corner, he just gets like hit by Cosmos reading an outer corner option. Okay. Cosmos is giving him some space to work with. Probably expected Void to space an aerial there from a distance. Jump. Okay. Huh. It's interesting that Void spaces that forward air Like, he does the forward or jumping backwards, probably so he can use a back air afterwards if he wants to. It's a good positional setup. And I feel like that might scare Cosmos as a fair. Now, if Cosmos gets back here, he's dead. If he gets hit by a bouncing fish, he's dead, which is probably why up B's. Probably was hoping Void's gonna commit to bouncing fish to get up through it. But Void doesn't. And there we go. That was a good option to select. I feel like Cosmos maybe could have just gone for like an aerial or even an air dodge. I think that up B he didn't. He could have gone for a counter maybe. But that up B. Maybe that B was misinput. Yeah, I think up B was misinput because that just sets him up for death no matter what. Unless Void overextends. Okay. Yep. Okay, safe. Okay. Okay, yep. That was an obvious aerial. The moment Void missed an attack at the ledge, that was like easy like Cosmos punish time. That should be a kill, yeah. Void definitely didn't mean to do that. Okay, yep. Okay, so far, something that Void's done really well is just get underneath and in front of the corner and get easy shield grabs and overhead landing aerials. And like, you'll see right here. Okay, not right here. Okay, so you normally Void would like block that and punish. Nice cornered. And every time Void's in the corner, he gets kind of bopped. Okay. Overextends. And so far, whenever Cosmos has a bit more percent on him, I feel like Void's trying to overextend with attacks. And like land. He's trying to, instead of go for punishes on Cosmos' landings, he's instead trying to pressure him by pressing attacks and jumping at him. And I feel like that's losing. Forward throw, yep. Ooh, almost gets stretchered. Wow. Yeah, Void was in the lead and then he just dropped it. Like there, so you know, like he like ran with like a really aggressive nair. It wasn't really necessary. And then he's put on the ledge of the stage, which sucks. But then Cosmos has a good read on Void's habits when he's at the ledge of the stage. Like here, you know, he knows Void's gonna shield because the last couple times Void tried rolling and he got punished. And there we go. And that was just a super hard read. I feel like well, that was really good timing. That's probably not a long-lasting hitbox. But I feel like in this specific set, whoever was pressing the first button tended to lose. Like the only time that wasn't the case is at the start of the set, where Void tended to get right in jump fair range, but Cosmos couldn't outbutton him, so he lost those trades. But outside of that, I feel like every time one of them pressed the button first, they lost. Whether it was Cosmos landing an aerial and getting shield grabbed, or Void landing with aerial and just getting hit by side Bs and other things for whiffing. So yeah. 2-2. Which is the roll. Okay, so this time, normal edge coverage options. Yep, the jump aerial is so good because as long as Cosmos times the jump aerial properly, he can like catch everything Void's doing, which is exactly what's happening here. Yep. Okay. Once again, see, and those whiff punishes with side B have been crucial because every time Void lands carelessly with an aerial in front of Cosmos, Cosmos just pins that man. Pinned. Yep. Careless aerial gets pinned again. dead? No, not yet. Yeah, and now that time, Cosmos had a feeling for when Void's gonna drop shield and punish him. Oh, there we go. Careless aerial gets pivot grab that time. Yeah, I feel like Cosmos is super hard reading every time Void tries to land an aerial. Okay, Void finally gets a chase down going. Okay, not much damage though. All these hits and like very low damage is actually putting Cosmos. Wow. Okay, I want to look at this stock again. Because this, like, the way it took the stock was pretty good. Read the roll. Whatever, gets all his combo going. Cosmos air dodges. Void presses buttons. And then, the one time Cosmos has a chance to get out of the situation, he hits with the aerial. And probably buffers the roll expecting it to be blocked. But, like, that essentially loses what could have been a really good positional advantage for Cosmos. And then they're back in neutral. And this is what happens in the first stock of Game 1 as well. This kind of exchange. Where you see, like... Actually, this is because Cosmos jumped forward. Yeah, he aggressively tried to chase Void and push damage, but he's a little bit too far out there. So he didn't press a button, and then Void's just like, okay, space fair. And this time Cosmos didn't wait for the lazy fair, and it got punished for it. There we go, that's it. All off one lazy fair, and then a really ballsy down air landing? I'm actually surprised Void is able to convert into a kill off that, though. I think Cosmos is too. Cosmos probably expected some damage at worst. But the symmetrical platform helped a lot. Yeah. Ooh, okay, now I think Cosmos panicked here. Up there, yep. That was... I think that was a bad up air. I think he meant to short hop it, but he full hop this. And since he full hop this... Yeah, the full hop was why he got punished there. Landing. Aerial gets punished. Yep, and now Void is reading Cosmos' aerial landings pretty hard. There trades. Probably wanted to shield grab it, but I guess he didn't want to risk getting caught by Tomahawk. What's up, Ginta? Wow. Okay. Yep, once again, gets caught by a lazy Void Fair. Panicked. Okay, so when Cosmos was up, he made a few really bad decisions and disadvantage. Like, he should have kept him on that platform position, I think. He also maybe should have gone to ledge a few times, but he kept trying to land on stage with attacks. Mainly that down air and with a side B at the end. And just got really punished for really trying to aggressively get out disadvantage when Sheikah's a character is so good at punishing in the first place. And, like, hitting her is hard. So it's like, if you're in disadvantage state, hitting her becomes that much harder. So, yeah. Oh! That was cute. Okay, so let's look at start of the match. I think charge needles. Yep. Cosmos spaces the first aerial and gets punished. Oh, they messed up the back air spacing, I think. Still. Void misses the punish, but it's fine. Yeah, see, Cosmos burns his jump and then lands with an attack. And to be fair, that could have hit Void. I'm kind of surprised at it. Let me look at the spacing again. Yeah, I was kind of lucky for Void not to get hit by that. But we take those. Okay. And see, that's why Void was going for down airs. I mean, Void. Cosmos was going for down airs before. He expected Void to jump at him and get caught by raw airs like that. Get attack. That's ballsy, but it's a good option considering Void kept doing ledge hop aerials the first game, and Cosmos caught into that really hard, so like Ep attack is a good mix-up. Bad air dodge. Ooh, okay. Void tried to, so Void expected Cosmos to hold shield after the fair, or at least hold it for a little bit longer and then drop it. So that's why Void tried doing fair and air. It's a little interesting mix up, but called for an air, because he's right outside of Cosmos' spacing. And there, Cosmos was expecting get up attack, and bouncing fish, because those are the last two options Void picked, and you won't be able to react to jump with the aerial all the time. Or jumping in jam, which is getting caught by an attack. Which is why Void is able to space the back air on a ledge jump. Or ledge jump. Side B? Yep. That was way too obvious from Cosmos. It's like, with that spacing, it's super easy to guess what exactly he's going for. Fair, right over the grab. Huh, what was that air dodge about? I don't know what that air dodge was about. Maybe this input? Yep, needles just to be annoying. Chasing down Cosmos. Yeah, right now Cosmos is probably a percent with like up throw up air. Might be a 50-50, I'm not sure if it works like corn. But the fact that he's so afraid of Void is telling of something. Okay, it's 50-50. Oh, that was kind of a bad side B. Not dead though. Okay, there we go. But yeah, I'm guessing he was trying to avoid conflict with Void more than usual because he's at kill percent. Back throw, yep.
Thank you very much. Good night.
Oh, I need new music. Okay, forward throw. The roll behind. Oh, Cosmos air dodged. Platform, yep. Cosmos panics. Once again, Cosmos is expecting the Void to go deep with the edge guards and juggles and stuff. And so he panics with a downer trying to hit Void, and Void just says, no, I'm not going to do anything. Yeah. Yep, once again, punishing Cosmos' panic right here. Look, Cosmos does jump, double jump on stage, land with aerial. It's like, that's a really easy punish. Side B. Now, Void went a little bit crazy with the Nair, but I guess he Nairs because he's expecting... I don't know why he Nairs. Look at the situation again. I think he just had a hard read on Cosmos there. Especially after seeing the jump, he probably knew Cosmos was going to do something there. Nair, just good ledge jump, that's it. Yeah. Yeah, you really see Void won every stock he won by completely obliterating Cosmos' tendency to jump after getting hit and then immediately like do an aerial or something. And Void is just like, okay, if you want to jump, I'm going to hit you. If you want to jump again, I'm going to hit you again. If you want to do an aerial again, I'm going to hit you again. And I feel like Cosmos did try once to go to ledge or land without an aerial or like do something defensive. He always tried to like hit Void on landing, and once Void caught onto that, that was it. Done. What? You guys saying things. Point out that if Nair doesn't hit, he rolls away all the time. I can see that, Druga. You're talking about Cosmos, right? Thank you, Crazy Aga. Yeah, what else? Yeah, I feel like it was whoever got comfortable in their position, like, tended to win the neutral. So it was like, when Void got into jump fair range, it tended to be if they both attack at the same time, Void wins. But if one of them attacked and the person didn't, the person who didn't attack won. So I figured in those kind of scenarios, the best option was most of the time to do nothing and wait for the other person to do something. What else? Void was relatively good with his landings. He didn't ever try to challenge Corrin when landing. He went for the defensive landing options, mainly using Sheik's speed to make it so Corrin can get like strong punishes on stuff. The biggest weakness of that was when Void was in the corner, his rolls got hard punished, and his ledge jump aerial got really hard punished game 1. So yeah.